Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a trip down memory lane to explore a fascinating topic. What's inside a 1990s handbag? If you're a 90s kid, you're in for a real treat, and if you're not, get ready to discover the iconic items that defined an era. Let's jump in. Let's start by looking at the bag itself. In the 1990s, handbags came in all shapes and sizes, but there were a few styles that really stood out. From tiny backpacks to sleek shoulder bags, the 90s had it all. So let's check out some of the classic designs. First up, we have the mini backpack. These were super popular and practical, especially for students and young adults. They were compact, stylish, and could carry all the essentials. And I remember having one of these at a little mini leather one, and I loved it. I kind of wish I still had it. Next, we have the shoulder bag, often made of leather or faux leather, which was perfect for a more sophisticated look. And who could forget the iconic fanny pack? Love it or hate it, it was definitely a staple in the 1990s. Let's dive into the history of these bags. The mini backpack, often seen in vibrant colors and sometimes clear plastic, rose to popularity thanks to its practical design. It fits seamlessly into the grunge and sporty spice trends, influenced by celebrities like Gwen Stefani and the Spice Girls. Shoulder-length bags, often designed by luxury brands like Coach and Dooney and Bourke, exuded a more polished, preppy aesthetic. And the fanny pack, which saw a resurgence in the recent years, was initially beloved for its hand-free convenience, making it perfect for everything from theme parks to mall trips. And now that we've got the bag itself covered, let's open it up and see what's inside. First, let's talk about beauty and personal care items. The 90s were all about bold makeup, unique scents, and hair products that promised to give you that perfect voluminous look. And first we have Lip Smackers Lip Balm, and this was an absolute must-have in your handbag. With flavors like strawberry, watermelon, Dr. Pepper, Lip Smackers were not only great for keeping your lips moisturized, but also added a pop of fun flavor. The playful packaging and delicious scents made it a favorite among teens and preteens. And I definitely had my fair share of Lip Smackers. And Bonnie Bell introduced Lip Smackers in 1973, but the popularity really surged in the 90s with the explosion of flavors and collectible packaging. And your purse wouldn't be complete without a mini compact mirror and comb, and you wouldn't be caught without a compact mirror for quick touch-ups and a comb to keep those tease bangs in check. The mirror often featured cute or stylish designs, and the combs were perfect for maintaining that carefully styled hair, whether you were rocking the Rachel cut or crimped locks. Compact mirrors often reflected popular culture, with designs featuring characters from shows like Friends or Sailor Moon. And I had a mini one, and it had like a mirror and the brush like combined in this thing, and then you pushed out the brush, and I definitely kept that in my purse. It was really convenient. And next we have roll-on glitter. Sparkle was everywhere in the 90s. Roll-on glitter was used on the eyelids, cheeks, and even in the hair for extra shine. And this easy to apply product added a touch of glam to any look and was a hit at school dances, parties, and concerts. Brands like Body Shop and Claire's Accessories capitalized on this trend, offering a wide range of glitter products. I think I definitely had a roll-on glitter eyeshadow, and maybe even one that I used on my chest and cheeks. And of course, hair scrunchies were huge in the 90s. You always wanted to keep an extra one in your bag that came in all different colors, fabrics, velvet ones, and a lot of people actually wore them on their wrists for an accessory. They definitely made a comeback. I actually have a bunch of scrunchies now that's basically my go-to hair elastic, just because it really helps for like tangling your hair, which I love, and it really helps for making your hair go up and not like pinching and pulling and tangling. And the scrunchie was invented by Rami Revzun in 1986. The scrunchie saw its peak in the 90s, becoming synonymous with casual, fun style, and it definitely had a comeback. And rollerball perfumes were super popular just to throw in your purse. Scents like CK1, Tommy Girl, and Vanilla Fields. I think I had a Ralph Lauren, that blue one, one from the early 2000s in my bag. I remember a roll on one of those. And these rollables were perfect for a quick fragrance refresh on the go, and the compact size made them easy to carry and the scents defined the era, leaving a lasting impression wherever you went. CK1 by Calvin Klein was introduced in 1994 and was revolutionary as a unisex fragrance, breaking gender norms in the fragrance industry. And let's not forget press-on nails. For those who wanted instant glam without a trip to the salon, press-on nails were the way to go, and it would always help to keep a few extras in your purse, because I think I remember having some in the 90s and like mine would just fall off in random places. I think even at the grocery store one fell off on the conveyor belt, and they came in various colors and patterns ready to apply, and these are perfect for a quick fix and a big event or just for every day. And I believe I bought the brand Lee press-on nails, and I swear after that one horrific experience, I was just a kid when this happened, but when it was on the conveyor belt at the grocery store, I didn't use press-on nails again for like 30 years. And then I decided to try them again, and I think the technology's gotten a lot better because they were horrible back then, unless that was just a brand I used. And now let's move on to tech and entertainment. So the 90s were an exciting time for technology, with new gadgets and entertainment options emerging that would change our lives forever. So a lot of you might remember the Tamagotchi, and this was a digital pet that everyone had in the 90s. Keeping your Tamagotchi fed, entertained, and alive was a full-time job. These pocket-sized pets taught responsibility and provided endless entertainment as you tried to keep them happy and healthy. And these were launched by Bandai in 1996. Tamagotchis became a global phenomenon with over 82 million units sold worldwide by 2017. I actually never had one of these in the 90s, but I definitely remember a few of my friends had one. And before the iPod, we all had the Walkman or Discman. Whether you preferred cassettes or CDs, these portable music players were essential for listening to your favorite tunes on the go. Loading your favorite mixtape or the latest album as a ritual, and the devices were your soundtrack to your 90s adventures. And Sony introduced the Walkman in 1979, and the Discman counterpart came out in 1984, both becoming iconic symbols of personal music enjoyment. And I remember having a Discman, and I think one of the first CDs I bought was Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. I always will remember that. Everyone had a disposable camera in the 90s. Capturing memories was very important, and disposable cameras were a convenient way to snap photos without worrying about or losing an expensive camera. You take them to the 1-hour Photoshop to develop your pictures, and the anticipation of seeing your photos was half the fun. Kodak introduced the first disposable camera in 1987, and by the 90s they were ubiquitous at parties, vacations, and school events. And I definitely remember buying these for vacations, but the problem is half my photos turned out horrible and you can't see till you get home. It's just so weird to think now you can just take a photo anytime, anywhere, and back then you had to wait to go to the 1-hour photo place. It was just so different. And for those of you who were super connected, a pager was a must-have in the 90s. It was a precursor to the cell phone, and it let you stay in touch with friends and family. And how it worked is you would receive a numeric message and codes that you decode to get the message, a fun and essential part of staying connected before texting was a thing. Motorola led the pager market, with their iconic Bravo model being widely used, and I definitely remember my friend having one in the 90s, and her mom was always paging her, and I remember having to go to phone booths and stuff to see what she wanted, but I never had one. And Game Boys were super popular. Portable gaming was revolutionized by the Game Boy. Whether you were playing Tetris, Pokemon, or Super Mario, the little device provided hours of entertainment. The pixelated screen and simple controls were all you needed for endless fun, making it a staple in any 1990s handbag. Released by Nintendo in 1989, the Game Boy became a cultural icon, selling over 118 million units worldwide by the end of its production in 2003. And my brother definitely had a Game Boy, and Tetris is one of my favorite nostalgic games. And moving on to fashion and accessories, the 90s had some unforgettable trends. From chokers to slap bracelets, the accessories in the 1990s handbag were all about making a statement. And whether it was a simple black ribbon or a tattoo choker, these necklaces were a fashionable staple. They added a bit of edge and could be paired with almost any outfit, from casual to grunge. The tattoo choker, made of stretchy plastic, became an iconic look in the 90s, often paired with layered layered necklaces for a bohemian vibe. And the next we have slap bracelets. These fun accessories were both stylish and entertainment. Just slap them on your wrist and they would curl around it to fit. They came in all sorts of colors and patterns, making them a fun accessory to collect and trade with friends. I definitely had these in the 90s. I 100% remember slapping those on my wrist. Invented by Stuart Anders in 1983, slap bracelets became a schoolyard craze by the early 90s. And next we have butterfly clips. These colorful hair accessories were perfect for adding a playful touch to any hairstyle. You could use them to pull back sections of your hair, and the more the better. They were often worn in clusters, creating whimsical and fun looks. Butterfly clips epitomize the playful and creative hairstyling trends of the 90s, and I definitely think I wore butterfly clips to my grade 7 graduation. I remember having it, and I even had the glitter eyeshadow too. And next we have mood rings, a ring that changes color with your mood. It doesn't get more 90s than that. These rings were believed to reflect your emotional state through temperature changes, adding a touch of mystique to your look. Invented in the 70s, mood rings saw a resurgence in popularity during the 90s, becoming a must-have accessory for their novelty and style. And next we have friendship bracelets, handmade or store-bought. These colorful bracelets were symbols of friendship and were often exchanged between best friends. They were a way to show your bond, and they were often worn stacked in multiples for that bohemian look. The tradition of friendship bracelets has roots in Native American culture but became a widespread trend in the early 80s and 90s. And I definitely remember making friendship bracelets at summer camp. It was definitely a thing. And beanie babies, while not always carried in a handbag, a small beanie baby could be found tucked away, ready to be shown off or traded with friends. These collectible toys were a massive craze, and having a rare one was a point of pride. Created by Ty Warner in 1993, Beanie Babies became a collector's obsession, with some rare editions fetching thousands of dollars. And I don't know why I just never got into the Beanie Baby craze in the 90s, but it was so popular. Of course, no handbag would be complete without some everyday essentials. These are the items that were always handy to have, no matter where you were going. Obviously, first is a wallet, a compact wallet to hold cash, coins, and maybe a few loyalty cards from your favorite stores like Blockbuster. They often had fun designs or came with cartoon characters, adding a bit of personality to this everyday item. Velcro wallets were especially popular, featuring bright colors and pop culture references. I think I had a neon pink Velcro wallet. I really liked it. And keychains were often personalized or themed, featuring favorite TV shows, movies, or fun characters. They were not just functional, but also a way to express your interests and personality. Collectible keychains from brands like Tamagotchi or Pokemon were particularly popular. I think I had a Garfield one. And everyone had gums or mints in their handbag. Fresh breath was a priority, so having a pack of gum or mints was essential. Popular gums included Big Red, Juicy Fruit, and Bubble Tape, while Altoids and Tic Tacs were the go-to mints. The marketing of these products often featured bold, memorable ads that cemented their place in 1990s pop culture. And everyone had tissues in their handbag, and these were handy for unexpected spills, sneezes, and tears. And small packs of tissues were really fun and easy to keep in your little purse. I remember my mom always had these little small tissue packs. Brands like Kleenex introduced pocket-sized, fun little packs of Kleenexes. And a lot of people carried pens and notepads in their bag, and this was for jotting down notes, phone numbers, or doodles. A small notepad and pen were indispensable because back then that was the only way to actually record someone's number, because no one had cell phones back then, and they were often used for passing notes in class or writing down important reminders. Lisa Frank notepads were super popular with their vibrant, whimsical designs, and these were super popular among teens. And a lot of people had phone books back in the 90s as well, because again, you didn't have smartphones, and a mini phone book was crucial for keeping track of people's numbers. I actually just had to memorize everyone's number. I still in my head have people's phone numbers from my high school, but yet I can't remember common numbers I use every day. And these pocket-sized phone books held the phone numbers and addresses of friends and family and emergency contacts, and they were customizable with stickers and doodles, and these phone books were a personal touchstone for social connections. And last but not least, let's talk about snacks and treats. And everyone always liked to keep a few little snacks in their handbag. Whether you needed a quick energy boost or just wanted something to munch on, the 90s had some pretty iconic snacks. First is fruit roll-ups. I remember loving these when I was a kid, and these were snacks that were fun to eat and came in a variety of flavors. The peelable designs made them interactive, and they were lunchtime favorites. Introduced by General Mills in the 1980s, fruit roll-ups gained popularity in the 90s with their colorful designs and playful marketing. And Dunkaroos were super popular, a snack pack that included cookies and a compartment of frosting for dipping. A sugar rush in a very convenient package, and I definitely remember getting these in my school lunches. They're really good. And they were launched by Betty Crocker in 1992, and they became iconic snacks of the decade. I'm pretty sure everyone ate Dunkaroos in the 90s. And another popular one, I remember getting these in my lunches, were Gushers, and these fruit snacks had a juicy center that would burst into your mouth, a favorite among kids and teens alike, and they were a delicious, fun treat that often came in bright, vibrant colors. And this one was also introduced by Betty Crocker. And then we have snack packs, individual pudding cups that were easy to pack and perfect for an on-the-go treat. They came in all flavors like chocolate and vanilla, and they were a sweet addition to any lunch. And these were actually introduced way back in 1968, but they were super popular in the 90s because of all their creative flavors and convenient packaging. I'm pretty sure I remember snack packs of that movie. I think it was Billy Madison when he was really into snack packs when he had to go back to school. And let's talk about some popular 1990s bubble gum. So the first one on the list is Bubble Tape, and their slogan was 6 feet of bubble gum for you, not them. The gum came in a round plastic container and it was known for its unique tape-like shape. It was a fun way to enjoy gum, perfect for sharing with friends, and it was Hubba Bubba's creative marketing and packaging made it a standout product, and I definitely remember this in the 90s. It was novel, and I loved like pulling the tape. And then of course there's Bigly Chew, and this was shredded gum that resembled chewing tobacco. I haven't seen this in stores. I don't know if they still make it. And it was marketed as a fun treat for kids aspiring to be baseball players. It came in a pouch with a bunch of different flavors. I think I had a grape flavor that was really good. And it was created by former baseball player Rob Nelson. Bigly Chew debuted in 1980 and quickly became a hit. And we also have Hubba Bubba, known for its super soft and chewy texture. Hubba Bubba came in a variety of fun flavors and was famous for its bubble blowing potential. The bubbles you could blow were massive and made it super popular among kids. And this was introduced by Wrigley's in 1979. And Hubba Bubba's tagline, "Big Bubbles, No Troubles," was a memorable part of 90s culture. And I loved getting those when I was a kid, but I found the flavor, like at first it was so addictive because the flavor was really juicy and would burst in your mouth, but it would just run out right away. And then I kept putting more and more in my mouth, and I made these massive wads of gum. And next we have Bazooka. This was a classic bubble gum that came with a small comic strip wrap around each piece. It had a distinct sugary flavor, and the comics were a fun bonus that added to its charm. Bazooka Joe, the gum's mascot, became an enduring icon since his introduction by Tops in 1947. I didn't realize Bazooka was so old. And Juicy Fruit is a Wrigley's gum brand with a distinct sweet fruit flavor that was a favorite among many. Its bright yellow packaging and its unique taste made it super recognizable. I remember all the commercials in the 90s, and Juicy Fruit was actually launched in 1893, and it remained popular through the 90s due to its timeless appeal and catchy ads. Let me know what your favorite gum was in the 90s. I think sugar-free gum started to make debuts in the 90s. I remember like the soft Trident gum being popular. I mean, obviously I ate all the sugary ones too. And that is it for a peek inside a 1990s handbag, from beauty essentials to tech gadgets, fashion accessories to tasty treats. And the 90s were truly a unique and unforgettable time. And I hope you enjoy this nostalgic trip down memory lane. And let me know which decade you want me to do next, or if you want me to cover any other fun nostalgic topics from any other decade. I love traveling back in time and just reminiscing about the past, and even learning about previous decades before I was even alive. I find it so fascinating to see how people lived back then, to see which products people use, and just learn about pop culture. So anyways, let me know in the comments below if you had any of these items in your 1990s handbag, or if there's any items that I'm missing. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and don't forget to check out some of my other vintage pop culture and nostalgic videos.